another strikeout. That's 16. And this is hit high and deep left field down the line. Home run. A walk-off 2-run homer. Back up the middle. 1 run is in. Another runner is rounding third and heading for home, and he will score. And there's another drive. Is it a 3-home run day for Kanga? Yes, it is. Is this going to go? Unbelievable. I'm a Woman Can Do It All. Hear her roar. Second game of the homestand for the Peaks. And this one will be against the Finches. Finches sitting at 11-11. They will put DeAndre Clark on the mound. His record 1-3 this year with a 3.94 ERA. And he will be facing Jank Excelsior on the mound for the Peaks. Excelsior with a 5-0 record and a 2.98 ERA. Throwing very well in his first season in the purple and black. And Jank Excelsior ready to deal. 26 strikeouts through this point in the season. And he will start McFurlow off with a strike. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is in there for a called strike 3, and Excelsior starts it off strong with a strikeout. 1 away in the inning for Meadow Midfield, batting 143 this year. And that is ball 1 as the two-seamer misses inside. Here's the 1-0. Strike 1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Meadow. Popped up, and going back as downvote, she will run out of room as that's off the top of the backstop. See, it's my theater brain kicking in. When I say back, it thinks I want to say backdrop. But it's backstop in the basing balls. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped up, right field, Puffy charging hard, and he overran it. He overran it badly, and that is going to be a triple. A 1-out triple for midfield as Puffy misplayed that one badly. 1 away, runner at third now for Tyrone Thunderer. And the 1-0 pitch from Excelsior is in there for a strike. The 1-1 is strike 2. Nice pitch from Excelsior to find the corner there. The 0-1-2 pitch caught him looking with the changeup. And that'll be the second out of the inning and the second strikeout of the day for Excelsior. 2 down now, runner 90 feet from the plate as John Novak steps in. And I have a hard time believing John Novak was a name generated by this game. That's a little too normal. The 0-1 is over for a strike. 0-2 the count on normal name. And this is popped up to the left side of the infield. Fatfuck stands near the bag, says he has it, and he speaks verities. That will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Peaks coming to the plate. Gerb Trindle leading it off, 477 with 8 home runs for the season. And he pulls the first pitch into the seats foul. And that's into the alley, left center. Trindle will take the turn and think better of it, stopping at first with a single as his legs aren't what they used to be. But he is aboard at first base for Fatfuck, who bats .447. And this is looped over the head of the second baseman into the outfield for a base hit. The first 2 runners reach for the Peaks, and that will bring up Arlo Puffy. Puffy, the hero of several games of late. And that's why he can swing the bat. Actually, this is caught by Collins, and they're going to double Trindle off of second. No, he gets back just in time. Trindle thought that was off the wall. He was hoofing it for home and gets back just in time to avoid the double play. Here's Spike Dingus. And he sends this one high and deep to right field, to the track, to the wall, and off the wall. Trindle will score. That'll be a double for Dingus. A double Dingus, if you will. I know I will. Here's Kid Presentable with runners second and third and one down in the inning. Pulled down the line, but it gets out of play foul, and it landed in somebody's nachos. 1-1 the count on Presentable. Here's a drive to left field. This is out of here over the Great Wall of Boulder. A 3-run shot here in the bottom of the first inning. Presentable uncorks one, and he will touch them all for the 6th time this year. And it's 4-0 Peaks. Dash Riprock is next at the plate, and he takes a pitch way into the other batter's box. Ball 1. That one bounces up there, 2-0. And the curveball misses as well. He's taking all the way, lets that one go right down the pipe, and the 3-1 is popped up off his hands. Thought he got a hold of one to hit there, but McFurlow makes the catch in shallow left. That's the second out. Here's Kanga Trang. Nobody aboard, 2 outs for the Kangster. And that's lifted into right field. A little flare out to right for a base hit. Catcher Cindy Downvote. Trade rumors surround Downvote. And she has also been rumored to be on the chopping block to be released at the end of the season. She flies out to left field to end the inning. And we head to the top of the second. The Peaks score 4, and they lead by that many as the Finches come back to bat. It's going to be Rash Did first in the box against Excelsior in the second inning here. And he will take strike 1 from the Jankster. Here's the 0-1. Curveball in there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch is popped up shallow right field. Dingus, ranging back from his position at second, will make the catch. And that'll be one down. Bash Von Kroom will step in with one down, nobody on, and take a 2-seamer on the outside for strike 1. That's fouled away. Strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Excelsior. Ball 1. Trying to get him to chase upstairs and setting him up for the changeup, and it's popped behind the plate. Downvote has it. Went Collins will be next. And he hits a little dribbler out to the mound. Excelsior handles it himself to retire the side. We head to the bottom of 2. It'll be Excelsior, Trindle, and Fatfuck at the plate for the hometown Peaks. Ball 1 a little bit low. Inside, they're being careful with Excelsior as he can swing the bat. He'll take strike 1 there. The pitcher batting .381 on the year. And he gets a free pass. Heading up to first base is Excelsior. Heading to the batter's box is Gerb Trindle, who started the game with a single. He bats here with a runner at first and nobody out. Strike 1 as Clark showing some control problems here. And this is a well-hit ball, right center field, and it will drop at the base of the wall. Rounding third and heading for home is Excelsior. He will slide in safely. It's 5-0. And it'll be Bob Fatfuck at the plate. That's hit to the right side. And Fatfuck will try for 2, coming around to score. 6-0, an RBI double for Fatfuck. And it'll be Arlo Puffy. Trindle scoring on the last play. And here's a ground ball up the middle. And they've got Fatfuck hung up, and they'll just run him back to second and give Puffy first base, no problem. Don't even try to get him out. Spike Dingus will be at the plate now with 2 on, nobody out. And this is a line drive hit right at midfield. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Presentable at the plate. And this is bounced to short, over to second for 1. And they get the double play at first base to end the inning. But the Peaks do score 2 more runs We head to the top of the third now. Peaks up 6-0. Might have to go up a little higher on the ego, oddly enough. Excelsior on the mound facing McMackey. Starts him off with a curveball for a strike. And quickly ahead, 0-2 is Excelsior. A little bit high with the off-speed pitch. And that's in there on the corner for a strike. That is a called strike 3 and out number 1. The pitcher Clark at the plate now. Curveball across for a strike. The 0-1 is in there. And the 0-2 is hit on the ground. Riprock with a dive. Knocks it down but can't make the play. Mistimed his dive a little bit there. Dove a little bit past the ball. Certainly wasn't my fault. We all know that. Ground ball up the middle. Dingus throws him out at first. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought there were 2 outs. I had a custom double play ball right there and just didn't turn it. But now there are 2 out for midfield. And that's hit on the ground. Presentable dives, and nobody can make the play. Puffy up and throwing to home, but the runner not coming. Runners at the corners for Tyrone Thunderer. Speaking of Thunderer, did you guys hear that thunderclap just now? Right as I said Thunderer, that was loud. Holy hell, it's going to storm here. At least I hope it is. It's so hot. It's been so hot the last couple days. I hope it rains and cools everything down. Ball hit up the middle. Dingus dives past it. A run is going to score. Trindle gathers it in. And the Finches make me pay for trying to carry on a conversation with my chat. And a run scores. It's 6-1. That's the first strike to Novak. The 0-1 pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-2. They climb the ladder, and it's back to the mound. Excelsior recovers in time to make the play after that one bounced off his ankle. We'll check on him and make sure he's all right. But after 2.5, the Peaks lead by 5. And it should be still 6 because I didn't do the double play, and then I made another mistake, and everything's horrible. All right, it's not that bad. Here's Dash Riprock to lead off the third for the Peaks. And he sends the first pitch back up the middle on a line, base hit. Here's Kanga Trang, 1-for-1 with a single in her first at bat. And this one is hit out into right center field. It's going to get over everybody's head. That's off the wall. And coming around to score will be Fat Fuck. Or was that Dingus? I think it was Dingus. I don't remember anybody. Here's Downvote. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Fat Fuck. And they will go to third. And Kanga is caught in a pickle here. And she will head back. And they keep running at her. McFurlow finally makes the tag. That'll bring Jank Excelsior to the plate. 381 his average. Well above average for a pitcher. And this is a hard hit ball to center field. At the edge of the track, Collins will make the grab for the second out of the inning. Gerp Trindle stepping in now. And he'll take a curveball out of the zone for ball 1. A little bit high with the fastball, ball 2. And that is on a line, center field. Collins is there. And that's out number 3. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Peaks 7, Finches 1. Here's Rash Did at the plate. Ground ball to the right side. Dingus ranging to his left makes the play. And that's one away, Bars. Bash Von Kroom stepping in now. The pitch to him is a strike. No balls, 1 strike the count. That is fair up the first base line. Presentable has it, steps on the bag. And that's the second out of the inning. Here's Went Collins. Another ground ball to Dingus. He charges and fires to first to retire the side. After 3.5, the Finches trail by 6. Peaks coming up. And here's Fat Fuck, 2 for 2 with a double and a single today, and has driven in a run. First pitch to him bounces off the plate, ball 1. That one in the other direction, 2-0. And all of a sudden it's 3-0 on Fat Fuck. And he will walk on 4 straight pitches. As some problems developing for Clark here. That one catches the corner. Puffy takes the first pitch for strike 1 and fouls the second pitch off. 1-2 the count on Puffy. Off the plate, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, and he was on the fence about swinging at that one. He ended up not doing it, much to his chagrin as he strikes out looking. Strike 1. Bouncing ball towards second. Von Kroom to McFurlow to Novak. And that's a double play that ends the inning. We go to the top of the 5th inning now. It'll be McMackey, Clark, and McFurlow for the Finches, who are behind by a significant number. That number being 6. And a line drive to the right side. That's going to get over Presentable's head. Puffy chases it into the corner, but it gets away from him. And it'll be an easy double for McMackey to start the inning. And that'll bring up the pitcher, DeAndre Clark. And he pops it up. And I threw to the wrong base. I could have doubled the runner off a second as the bunt was popped up. But there is one away. Runner at second for McFurlow. And there's a ground ball. Dingus has it over to first to get the out. They might have gotten the runner at third, but with a lead this big, you just get the sure thing and try to get towards the end of the inning. 2 away now. Dingus charges this one as it slowly dribbles toward him, and that will end the inning at first. Halfway through the game, the Peaks have a 7-1 lead over the visiting Finches. Kid Presentable will bat. He has a home run in 3 trips to the plate, and he takes ball 1 here from Clark. Well hit into right field, kind of a golf shot, and this is caught on the run by Thunderer with good range in right. He's almost over to the line there. Pulls that one in to record the first out. Dash Riprock, the shortstop, will take the plate and also take the first 2 pitches for balls. And that's a strike, but not where he wanted it. That was more like it. This is lifted into left center field. And off the top of the Great Wall of Boulder, Riprock digging for 2 and has it. A 1-out double for Dash Riprock, the shortstop, will bring Kanga Trang to the plate. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And this is back into center field. This will be a base hit. And rounding third and coming home to score is Riprock. And it's 8-1. Cindy Downvote at the plate now. Ball 1 inside. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch. It's 1-1. This is well hit into right center field. Might be playable though, and Collins, ranging to his left, makes the play. That'll be the second out of the inning. And Jank Excelsior will step in now. And drive this ball hard out to center. Collins makes the catch on the warning track, but that ball got out to him in a hurry. Good contact from Excelsior there. And he will put down his bat, pick up his glove, and head back out to the mound to face Tyrone Thunderer leading off the top of the 6th for the Finches. And Excelsior starts him off with a strike at the knees. The 0-1 pitch is in there, and that makes it 0-2. Popped up into left field. Trang coming over, makes the catch at the edge of the track. Decides to turn around and not look at it just to increase her cool points on that catch. 1 away. And the changeup catches the corner for strike 1. And this is into the alley. Trindle cuts it off and holds him to one base. One out, one on for Rash Did. The pitch to Did is strike one. Here's the 0-1, and it's a ground ball towards Riprock to Dingus. And over to Presentable. It goes 6-4-3 on the putout, and that's a double play to take us to the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the Peaks order coming up. It'll be Gerp Trindle leading it off. Ball one high to Trindle. Late swing from Gerp. And no swing from Gerp. It's 1-2. And this is driven into right field. Thunderer makes the catch of the line drive. That'll be out number 1. And Fatfuck will step in and get a pitch he loved, but he's a little out in front and pulls it foul. And that one will not get by a diving Von Kroom. A nice play at second there to record out number 2. Arlo Puffy steps in and lifts this a little flare out into right field. That just gets over the head of a diving first baseman. That will be a single with 2 outs for Puffy. And Dingus is up, taking ball 1 low. Runner goes, and Dingus fouls that one away. The hit and run was on. The 1-1 pitch. Apparently they don't care about the runner, so he will take off again. And here's a little looper. Von Kroom makes the catch of the soft pop-up. We head to the top of the 7th. It will be Von Kroom first, followed by Collins and McMackey. Excelsior on the mound for his 7th inning of work. Only 53 pitches through this point in the game, and that is very efficient work indeed. Strike 1 over the plate. And that one's in there. It's 0-2. Ground ball, right side. Presentable can't make the stop. Dingus makes the stop, but not the catch. And there's no way to get him out at first. So nobody out, a runner at first as Went Collins steps in with his .253 average. And he takes a curveball over for strike 1. A little low with the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. That one's in there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded right back to the mound. Excelsior to Riprock for 1. Over to Presentable for 2. That will clear the bases and put 2 outs on the scoreboard, leaving McMackey at the plate lonely and afraid. 1 strike to him, 2 down in the inning. That one misses, ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off the right side. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And McMackey strikes out swinging to take us into the 7th inning stretch.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today.
We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be the heart of the Peaks order. Presentable, Riprock, and Trang coming to the plate, facing DeAndre Clark, who is still in the game despite giving up 8 runs and walking 2. And this is a high fly ball lifted out to left. I don't know if it has the distance. It does not. It's off the wall. Presentable will stay at first as he got caught admiring his work there. Dash Riprock stepping in now with a runner at first. He has a double and a single already today. And this is a well-hit ball, but it's going to be caught by Collins in deep center field. And that's 1 down. Stepping in now will be Kanga Trang. 3 for 3 with a double and a couple of RBIs today. 286 on the year, no home runs yet. That might change right here as this is hit well to right field and just over the fence. Sometimes the announcer's curse works for you as Trang sends that one to the opposite field. That's her first of the year. It's a 2-run shot, and it's 10-1 Peaks. And finally a pitching change. Clark's day is done. After giving up 10, Appleseed will come in to take over on the hill. And the double switch, McMackey will come out and Honey Knight will take over behind the plate. Downvote standing in the left-handed batter's box and popping up to left field as she usually does. And that'll be the second out as Did pulls in the catch. Who caught that ball? Rash did. Pitcher Jank Excelsior has walked today, and that's all he's done. But here's a little flare out to right center field, and this will drop for a base hit. So Excelsior gets on the board in the batting statistics with a single. And Trindle will come in. 2 down in the inning for the Gerbster. And that's in there, I guess, on the corner. It's 1-2. And a little bit inside. Looked like about the same location to me. Swing and a miss from Trindle. A rare strikeout from the veteran center fielder. Will take us to the top of the 8th inning. Finch is coming up down by 9. And the pitcher spot will be due up. And we will not see a... Oh, the catcher is 9. Never mind. They did a double switch, I remember. Honey Knight gets a single. Batting in the 9 spot after the double switch. A runner aboard for McFurlow, who is rattled. And he will take strike 1 from Excelsior. Strike 2 as the fastball is across. The 0-2. Swing and a miss struck him out. Excelsior. That will make way for Meadow. Oh, I did it again. Meadow Midfield. 2 for 3 today, 167 on the year. She bats with 1 out and 1 on. Taking the first 2 low for balls as Excelsior is working the bottom of that zone. Trying to get a ground ball off the bat of midfield. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now on the third baseman. Third base woman, Bob. Thank you. Arlo Puffy makes the call and the catch in right field for the second out of the 8th inning. Tyrone Thunderer stands in. 2 out, runner still at first. And Excelsior doing everything he can to leave him stranded there until the end of the inning. But he's quickly behind 2-0 on Thunderer. Strike 1 as that one finds its way across the zone. The 2-1 pitch is strike 2. And Excelsior taking a page out of Jimson's book, tries to put him away with the changeup. It doesn't work, but he gets an easy ground ball to short, and Riprock ends the inning. We head to the bottom of 8. Peak coming up, leading by a score of 10-1. Fatfuck has an RBI today, but he bats here with nobody aboard. Down the right field line, it stays fair as it bounces right off the chalk. Takes a generous bounce into Thunderer to hold it to a single. So leadoff runner aboard for the Peaks and Arlo Puffy at the plate. That is strike 1 as that one catches the corner. Off the end of his bat, popped up to left field. Coming in is Did to make the catch. And that's 1 away. Spike Dingus will bat with 1 out. And Fatfuck at first base. He gets one right down the barrel and can't pull the trigger. 1-1 the count now on Dingus. Swing and a miss for strike 2. A well-hit ball to right center field. If this one drops, it's going to be extra bases. It does. Rounding third and heading for home is Fatfuck. He will score without a throw, and it's 11-1. Make a wish, everybody. Here's Kid Presentable. Has a home run and 3 RBIs already today. Has a runner at second and 1 down in the inning as he steps in here. And this is driven to right field. And it is off the wall. Another run will score. An RBI double for Presentable makes it 12-1. The Peaks running away with this one as well. It looks like the ego is going to have to go up a couple more notches. It's Dash Riprock at the plate. Strike 1 as the curveball catches the edge. Fouled away. 0-2. That's way upstairs. Riprock lets it go for ball one. Protecting the plate, he fouls that one into the seats. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on the shortstop. And another well-hit ball to right center. This one is going to split the defenders and bounce off the base of the wall. Riprock in there with another RBI double. It's 13-1. Can I up the ego in mid-game? Yeah, let's change the ego. Let's take it up to 55. I'm feeling good. Kanga Trang at the plate. She's 4 for 4. Just needs a triple for the cycle. Those are tough to get. Appleseed is done. Sportsman has just begun. Bars. The pitch to Trang is well hit to right field, but this looks like it's going to stay in the yard. Thunderer pulls it in. That's the second out of the inning. And Cindy Downvote at the plate. A good eye on Downvote. That's about all you can say for her at the plate. Swing and a miss. That's more like what we usually see out of her. And strike 2 as that one catches the corner. And I don't know what that was about, but it's a soft line drive to McFurlow to retire the side. We go to the top of the ninth. The Finches will come to the plate, needing to do a lot of work. They're down by 12. See, what happened there was I started to say they trail, and then right in the middle of it, I decided to say they're down. So I said they down, and that's not what I meant to say. Anyway, John Novak's batting, in case you were still interested in that. Takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Ground ball through the left side. Trang gathers it in and holds him to 1, but the leadoff runner at first, as Rash Did steps in. Excelsior still on the mound, will be there for the foreseeable future. With a 12-run lead, we might as well try to get him a full game and keep our bullpen rested. Strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch is up the line. Presentable dives, but this one goes foul. Another 0-2 pitch coming. Off the plate away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. And there's the ground ball he was trying to get, but it's too softly hit to turn the double. Over to first to get the 1 out. Bash Von Kroom is the next batter. He's got a runner at second base as he bats here. And his team needs him to do something as they're down to their last 2 outs and they still trail by a dozen runs. The 0-2 to Von Kroom is popped up behind the plate. This will get out of play. Another 0-2 is in there for a called strike 3. You don't want to get caught looking in the top of the ninth when your team is down by a dozen. He will feel great shame. Went Collins takes strike 1 on the outside corner. And the 0-1 pitch from the Jankster is in there for ball. Not in there. Whatever. Presentable diving makes the catch over to Excelsior covering. That will do it. Peaks win another one. 2 in a row in this homestand. For the Finches, it's 1 run, which they shouldn't have gotten because I made a mistake, on 9 hits. For the Peaks, 13 runs on 19 hits. Neither team with a gaff in this one. Clark gets the loss. He goes 6 1/3 innings, walks 2, strikes out 1, gives up 2 home runs and 10 earned runs. Excelsior goes a complete game, strikes out 6, and gives up only 1 run on 9 hits. Trang, your first star, 4 for 5 with a homer. Presentable, 3 for 5 with a homer, your second star. And Excelsior, with his complete game performance, gets star number 3.